Hello, this is Pat Ray from Pat's talking about parenting today. What I need for you to do is to grab your paper and a pen and print your first and last name on there. I need you to put the date on there. I need to know the type of group, which is parenting. And I also need to know the topic. And today we're going to talk about cognitive development. And if you are referred by an agency who is paying for your services, please put that on there. If you are paying yourself, please put that on there. Okay. At the end of this session, you will write 3 things that you learned or that you thought about or that you wanted to talk about. The other part of it is I may give you an assignment during this video. And if I do, you need to do that assignment. When you get done with those, you take a picture of them and you send them to pat@changeisAchoice.org, or you can text them 217-766-9132. Okay. All right. Well, we're talking about cognitive skills. The first thing I wanted to go over with you very quickly are some things that will be on your final worksheet. A final worksheet must be completed, and the answers must be correct, at least most of them. At least 79% of them must be correct in order to get a certificate, okay? So the first thing I wanted to ask you, what are parenting skills? What are they? Why do we need them? What are they? And I'll give you a brief definition. Parenting is the process of promoting and supporting the physical, emotional, social, financial, and intellectual development of a child from infancy to adulthood. So it refers to the pieces, parts, and aspects of raising a child aside from the biological relationship. So it's what we do, it's what we teach, it's what we model every single day. The next piece that is going to be on your final worksheet is, what is your mission as a parent? So one way you figure this out, and I want you to spend some time thinking about this, because when it comes time to answer the question, most people do not even get in the ballpark. So let's go over this. One step toward becoming an effective parent is to define in writing what that means. What is the mission? What is your mission as a parent? And you figure that out by brainstorming. That means thinking up a whole bunch of thoughts, just a whole bunch of stuff, and you just write them all down. Anything that comes to your mind, you just immediately scratch it down on a piece of paper. You're going to have a whole bunch of stuff that some of them are reasonable, some of them are not, but get them out there on the paper first. Okay. Then you are going to write, so you're brainstorming, your goals, your values, then writing a vision and mission statement, and then putting those into action with periodic reviews to see whether you're moving toward those goals and ideals. So as a parent, overall, what do you want to instill in your child? What values do you have? What is important? What do you want as far as goals? What do you hope to achieve in your parenting task? You as the parent, okay? The next big important piece is raising responsible kids who will be responsible adults. So how do you go about that? It comes down to this. It's about taking it slow and understanding that it happens through reinforcing positive behaviors over time. Reinforcing positive behaviors over time. Not reinforcing what they did wrong, but reinforcing what they do right. Telling them what to do, not what they did wrong, but telling them what to do, and reinforcing by letting them know that you notice it when you see them doing it. So, you can't tell kids how to be responsible. It's something that's fostered and develops over time in children. So you teach them by example. You tell them what you want rather than what they did wrong. You reinforce when they're doing right, when they're doing things that you want to see more of. Okay, so those are some of the things that I want to see on your parenting final worksheet. So keep those things in mind. And right now we're going to talk about how to help your kids' cognitive development, how to help them grow, how to help them to think for themselves. Now, one of the big things is if we run in and save them each and every time and solve the problem for them, they're never going to learn how to do it. It took me until one of my children was about 20 years old to really reinforce that, to think about that, and to understand that sometimes I had to let them figure it out and solve it themselves. So, their skills are improved when they come up with the questions and they find solutions themselves. When they learn how to go through the process of problem solving by questioning, asking questions, discovering things on their own, reflecting back on what worked and what doesn't, and evaluating to see, okay, that worked, let's try that again, and finding solutions on their own. That helps them become lifelong learners. So, just giving them the answer is not helping them, and not demeaning them while they're trying to figure out. That definitely doesn't help them. But instead, you give positive instruction when asked, how do I do this? You give good direction. You leave it to them to do the task themselves. You may point them in the right direction, but you don't solve it for them. So, okay. Another good thing is let your child know that what he or she asks is important. Don't blow it off. Questions are important, and let them know that you think they are valuable by spending the time and really listening and being careful how you respond, not to cut them short, not to deflate them, but to encourage them to ask questions. And listen carefully to their questions. Your child will have a stronger sense of self-worth and will approach questions and problems and challenges with more confidence when we listen intently and let them get the whole thing out. We might sometimes help them by asking good questions of them when they're trying to do something. What if we tried this? Have you thought about that? Or, what would happen if you did that? Encouraging them. Wait, listen to them. Show authentic respect for their ideas when they come up with them. Encourage them to try more than one way. Sometimes even us adults, we get in what I call tunnel vision. We only see one way to do something. We want to look at all the opportunities, all the possibilities. So we help them learn how to do that. Think about as many things as you could that might work, and then let's see which one you think is the best one. Okay. So you could encourage them to figure stuff out by talking it out, drawing pictures of it, painting, even trying it out. Make a picture of it, whatever. Help them figure it out that way. And then help them to keep trying until they find that solution that works for them. Another thing to provoke cognitive development is taking them interesting places. Taking them to museums, taking them to businesses that might stimulate curiosity in the child, and letting them explore. Don't say, "Oh no, don't touch that. Oh no, don't do that." Letting them actually explore, ask good questions. Another thing that helps cognitive development is playing games with your child, playing games with them. Little kids rolling balls, building blocks, playing peekaboo. Older kids playing board games, yes, memory games, work on puzzles with them, and even playing hide and seek. So those are some good ways to build cognitive development. The next thing is when you're buying toys, try to buy toys that will increase your child's creativity. They could be all kinds of things, opportunities for problem solving, blocks, connecting toys, cardboard boxes, tracks and cars, paints, pencils, paper, homemade clay, all sorts of things that they actually get involved in and do. Expand their creativity. Okay. The other way to encourage cognitive development is to set appropriate goals for the child, have expectations that meet the child's abilities. Where are they in their development? Mental, physical, emotional. Where are they at what developmental stage? So you can find that out very quickly by Googling child development age, and you put your child's age in there, and it will tell you what the child can do mentally, emotionally, physically, and keeping within those bounds. Don't expect more than the child can do, because that crushes everything we just talked about. So remember, you are a teacher. You teach by example. You teach by giving positive instructions, not belittling, not hurting a child's feelings and squashing his inner spirit. Instead, we build that up We encourage it. We give them positive direction. And we may have to give them that same positive direction over and over again because they are learning and they will not learn it immediately. Think about yourselves. There have been some times in your life when you had to learn something and it took more than one example, more than one explanation. So keep that in mind and keep reinforcing the child's willingness to try. Don't break that. Okay, that's it for today. You know that as part of part of parenting, you have to do the anger management portion. Just wanted to remind you that there is a Zoom parenting class. Let's see here. On Tuesdays at 12 noon. And what you do is you let us know. You call 217-954-1128. Let us know if you want to attend that group, and we will give you the meeting code or meeting ID number. Zoom is very easy. You can go anywhere, Google, anything like that. Download the app, set up your username, set up your password, and then it will ask you to join a meeting. You put the meeting ID number in for your parenting class, and boom, you are in class. So it's a wonderful opportunity in this time of social distancing to actually get some feedback and be able to give it also. So please check into it. That is 12 noon every Tuesday. Okay? Anger management is also on Zoom at 6 p.m. on Tuesday and Thursday. That is the second half of your parenting class. So you can try that. And again, just let us know and we will give you the ID number for that meeting. Okay. Have a great week. Remember, I need to see your progress notes. I need to have you give me your parenting mission statement. Okay, that's what I want to see. Okay, you have a great week. Bye-bye.